What's up, my friends? I hope you are well. Want to get on and talk about something I know you guys have heard people talk about many a times, but let me get on and reiterate it. Now, I'm okay. Nothing's happened here lately, at least in my world. We're doing good. I'm just getting a lot of music done here, and I hope you are as well. I hope things are going good. I want to talk about backing your music up. I'm sure you saw the title of the video. You pretty much know what we're going to talk about here. Um, I guess it was about 6 years ago or more. I had a hard drive mishap 7 years ago. I lost about 20, 22 tracks, three or four of them with one publisher that, I say tracks, I lost the sessions and I lost the alt mixes. Let's hope those three or four tracks for that one publisher, they don't need any other stems or anything, or we're in trouble. I'm going to have to tell them I lost those three or four. I've got, those are the only three or four, but over the years, I probably lost three or four others, not backing them up right 25 years ago or more, doing something where I was changing format from inbox recording the digital ones to PC, but we're kind of past that point here 25 years later. I think we're good. Nothing's been asked of me different in 25 years. I think we're good, We'll see. But I can't stress enough, my friends, please back your music up. Get on. They make good solid state hard drives. Use the solid state. Don't use the mechanical ones. That's where I got in trouble 7 years ago. I had a mechanical one, and it had a little bit of a head crash or some sort of. It wasn't reading the drive. I sent it out to a company they were out in Nebraska somewhere. Some big old company that does a lot of hard drive recovery. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't get it. They got a few things, but not what I needed. Not what I needed. Sorry about something on my nose. I bet there is. Sorry about that. I no telling what I was doing. Doing things earlier, you get things on your hands. Anyway, I'm sorry. They couldn't get anything off the hard drive, so I had first really serious hard drive crash. It freaked me out. You got to know that when you're doing music licensing and you're doing stuff for a while. Why is that doing that? When you're doing stuff for a while musically, you want to back this stuff up. This is a commodity you want to do. I use the SanDisk ones. I just labeled this because I'm going to be transferring this to a 4 terabyte hard drive, if you can believe that. And I'll tell you how this all unfolded. I was just sitting here right now backing up a session, and it says not enough memory in your hard drive. I filled it up. And I was like, how long did it take me to do that? I had to go do some research. And find out when I bought this. I bought this September 5th of 2020. 5 years it took me to fill this up. And you're thinking, doing a lot of damn music. Yeah, I'm doing probably a couple hundred on the average tracks a year for music licensing and some other things that I do. So, but please back this stuff up. I'll tell you something else that I do here. I have these Island fire safe bags, and then I put it in my Sentry fire safe. It's just double protection, folks. Now I have the other hard drive of everything I salvaged on another 1 or 2 terabyte like this in one of these, stored away in my storage building in a case. So it's separate. So I've got that. But what I've also been doing lately is I've been uploading just my tracks, not my sessions. These sessions for Logic Pro take up a lot of memory and a lot of room. Just the audio files of the tracks. Like in Logic Pro, you go export all tracks as audio files and just put them in there. And I've been uploading them into files in Dropbox. I've subscribed to 2 or 3 terabytes of space in Dropbox. I don't even know how much I've got. It's at least 2. And that doesn't take up near as much room. And on this, I'm backing the session up. I'm backing all the tracks up, the alt mixes. So, yeah, that's going to take up quite a bit of room. But it took me 5 years to fill a 2 terabyte hard drive up. So to give you an idea, if you're doing a couple hundred tracks a year for production music, what you're doing, you can start with 2 terabytes. Just know it's going to give you 5 years. But my advice is to go ahead and pay a few $100s. They make these in a 4 terabyte. Now, they do make it in an 8 terabyte. The 8's expensive. It's like $600. I just had to get an 8 terabyte Ooh, a Toshiba. If I'd known they were doing these, I love these. I love these SanDisk ones, right? These are great. They're tiny and they're thin, very lightweight. I almost feel like a thumb drive. It's just a little bit, almost like a really thick credit card. I would have gotten that instead of this, but that's okay. It works perfectly. It's 8 terabyte, and I had to get that for all the content for my VSTs. You know, it's remember I talked about software acquisition syndrome. Yeah, that's what that attributes to. But I will tell you that all of your content, what I would do is, instead of worried about an 8 terabyte hard drive in your computer, is put all your content that you can, like your native stuff and all that stuff, on your external hard drive, and just put on your computer what you have to, like your Omnisphere stuff and your Logic stuff, and you're fine. You can get a 2 terabyte hard drive and keep the cost down, and just get a really good high speed graphics MacBook Pro and go that route. That way, you're not spending $6,000 on the computer for 4 terabytes of hard drive and all that. I mean, I got the best of the best, but when you do that for a living and you've got to have the tools. I can't complain. Thank God. I just know it's an expense, man. You're investing in your business. You really are. I can't complain. This thing is, compared to Windows, I don't miss Windows. I don't miss producing music in Windows. I'm just telling you guys. Now, depending on what you do, they make some good MacBooks that are refurbished. You can get a lot less cost. You can get a couple of terabytes of hard drive. Just, if I were you at this point, at this date and time here in 2025, make sure you get an M1 or an M2 refurbished, and you get it at less cost. You'll be fine. You will be fine. They make some really good ones. Get a couple of terabytes of hard drive. Just make sure you get a really good thumb drive. I would just go ahead and get a 4 or 8 terabyte thumb drive and keep all your content, your stuff for all your VSTs on that external drive. That way you can take this, and if you have, like I do when I travel on short trips, I have another little tiny MacBook Air, and I just plug one of these in. It has all my content on it. So whatever I put on my content here, I just put it on that one. And then, like I did when I was at the dealership for my car the other day, I just plugged it in, just used the keyboard typing on my computer and earbuds, and just kind of going through Omnisphere. Now, as small as the Air is, I can't use all of the Native Instrument stuff and a bunch of other stuff, but I did put all the Omnisphere stuff on there. That's my Swiss Army knife. And what the purpose of getting that MacBook Air for me was to challenge myself to try to get more creative and try to sample more and do more and create more of my own than trying to just reach for more VSTs and more VSTs and more VSTs. That's not going as well as I thought, but we're getting there. We're baby steps. You know that from time to time I've sampled stuff. Like I sampled the whales in Hawaii from January, and that was cool. That made some really cool synth patches. And in fact, I'll put this out there if you happen to watch this. I've got that sample for the whales that I recorded in Hawaii. The guy recorded it right out of the water. If you want that, let me know. Make a comment, and I'll send you. I'll put somewhere, where you can download a link and download the samples. I'd be glad to give them to you. Listen, it's all cool. It's really cool. It makes some great tension synth patches. But anyway, I've got to take this and back it up. This is part 1. I'll put it in my backup out there. I'm going to send this when my new drive comes in tomorrow, my 4 terabyte. This is getting out of hand, folks. Yes, it is. And then this will be, thank God, a backup for the other. I can't stress enough, and Dave Croft talked about this a long time ago because he went through the same thing. Dave has, he goes into the I don't know if it's the Google Cloud or the it's Apple's cloud, into the I don't know if it's the iCloud or what it is. My apologies, my mind just went blank. But the one Apple has, he uses that. He uses 2 hard drives here and there, and it's good. It's kind of like, if you're into computers and you're going to understand what I say. If you're into networking, or my background's in electronics, if you know of a term called RAID, RAID, it's a term you're going to learn if you get your A+ certification, if you go into IT or electronics. It's called a redundant array of independent disks. There are guys out there, man, that'll have these big towers, and they'll have 15 different disks on them, and they're backing up. And what it does is it backs up on one disk, and it does a mirror image to all the disks at once, so it keeps them all updated. So if one disk goes bad, the other's there, just refers to the other one. A redundant array of independent disks. I know that was a little too much information, that you probably didn't want to know. But listen, not to make it too long here. I don't want to go too much over 10 minutes. But please back up your music, guys. I cannot stress enough. Back up your music. Also, if you're getting a lot of music out there, catalog it. I use something called Composer Catalog. I've talked about it before. Go watch that video. If not, I'll do another one if you want me to talk about it. That's a part of I talk about with music licensing. But this is an important deal, guys. Get you some of these pouches. These are dirt cheap. Get you 3 or 4 of them. These are great to put thumb drives, and if you have a will or something and all documents you need, put this and put it in a Century safe. Those Century safes are not for security. They're for fire and damage. Yeah, you probably know that as well, too. Go watch the videos on how amazing those safes are. But anyway, this is a peace of mind, folks. This is a commodity. Your music becomes like a commodity in gold. And that's, I think, the biggest thing in life that scares me is if I lose this. If I lose this for good, oh, man, your heart hits your feet, man. It's so scary. It really is. Anyway, I'm going to get off. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I'm just getting a lot of music done. I've got 2 or 3 projects bouncing around. I'm trying to get done and some other things. I'm just trying to, make it happen. That's the part of music licensing and music in a whole. If you want to do this, you can set goals, plan what you want to do what you're the best at, and just run with it. And don't be afraid. I'm going to talk about this also. Don't be afraid to collaborate with other people, guys. It will help you grow. It has helped me a lot. Still helping me. I've gotten to the point where I want to collaborate more. I really do. So anyway, I'm getting off. I appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, be cool.